Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Sorry about yesterday. Crazy day for our family. My son had a car wreck on Sunday. He is okay. His car was not. By looking at the car, you would think he would have been really beat up. He didn't even have a scratch on him. He's not sore, back hurt, nothing like that. So, yesterday we were dealing with insurance. He had to get a new car. He had to take off work. I had to take off work, the whole 9 yards. But thankfully he is okay and we're back today. So I'm going to bring Kevin up and we're going to say hi to everybody. Hello, Kevin.
Good morning, Brooks. Hello, everybody. Hope
Let
everybody had a great. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. Um, my grandkids are home again today. For they didn't. School was canceled again today. But yeah, the weather here sucks.
I saw
But
your pictures.
yeah, it's cold outside, man. I mean, it's fit nor fit for man nor beast. But yeah, yesterday, last night, I made little styrofoam snowman with the grandkids. We had fun, so I just
How
stayed
cool. I
indoors.
want to see pictures of the styrofoam snowmen. How cool is that?
Yeah, I'll take pictures of them.
Okay. Well, let's see
They're
who's
just
in.
little. They're just little ones that you put on your like your for a knickknack or whatever for Christmas. But
Yeah,
we
Minecraft.
just had fun doing it. Yep.
Well, and
Unlike the Wells.
dodging bullets. Good morning. Hi, Dara Lee. Dara Lee's in here. I saw a comment from her earlier. For some reason, it didn't come back on. Hey, Serena. Hi, I see you. Hello, Crystal. Hi, Blazer. Hi, Cindy. Chasing Justice. Good morning. Hey, Carla. Hello, Deb. Hi, Ree. Aggie. Good morning. Hey, Twister. Sapphire Goddess. Good morning. Hey, Sarah. Hello, Lois. Hello, Jen. Southern Mama. Good morning. Hey, Julie. Jen said, "Oh no." Nani, hello, hello. Outlaw Trucker, good morning. Hey, Stevie, haven't seen you in a while. Peekaboo Cockatiel, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Barb. Chance's Fate, good morning. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I am sorry. We got some new people in here. We have memberships now, so feel free to grab that and hit that sub button. Get reminded, and when you get time, give us a like or a dislike. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, yeah, but before we get started, if I have to jump off for a second to go attend to my grandkids, I'll be right back. So I'm not going anywhere.
okay. And if StreamYard kicks me out, I'll be right back, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we know how StreamYard treats us. We know. Stevie said, I've been watching the show after it's live because I've been at work, been crazy busy with it being Christmas season. Hey, Barb, thanks for being a new member. Thank you. Thank you. Our first member was Pat. So this is exciting. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Thank you for being a member.
I want to
Thank
be a member.
you are a member. You just didn't know it. You just didn't know it. Already signed
Right.
your ass up.
Wow.
Already signed your ass up. Thanks, Jen. Lone Wolf. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. This is exciting. So
Yeah, it
we've been
is.
doing this for a few weeks. Thanks, Momo. We've been talking about doing this for a few weeks with everything that has gone on over the last 6 months. Just talking about the first 3 days. Um, June 15th, none of us were aware of an Amber Alert unless you live local and you saw it on your phone or TV, however you do it. Most of us didn't hear about Summer Wells and her family until the 16th. And something about the Amber Alert and everything that we were looking into looked really odd. Something was off. Crime Time is the one that told me about. I was doing another show, and in the middle of the show, I looked it up, and I was like, something's odd. The
Yeah.
TBI actually put out what Summer really looks like on the 16th, even though the Amber Alert has a picture of her with, a bob haircut. I always thought that was really odd that
I wonder.
that was the picture they used when they knew damn good and well that morning of June 15th, that's not what she looked like.
I wonder the reason that happened was. I would have to say that was all Candace's fault. Because I'm sure TBI would. They probably asked her, "Give us a recent picture of Summer," and that's the one she gave them. And then maybe they found out that that's not really how she looked, and they did a different one. I don't know. I'm just thinking, just
I've
saying.
always thought it was really odd because I mean, even if
Hmm.
they went to her public pictures on Facebook, because if I can see them, I know they can. The most recent picture was not that, and somehow on the
Right.
16th they came across that video that Grandis made because they put that on their update. I'm going to put it up real quick. The TBI alert from June 15th for those that didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
And I'll put it right here. It says right there, missing 5. This is June 16th. Missing 5-year-old Summer Wells may now have shorter hair than that pictured in our earlier alerts. Here are new images we've just obtained that may be more representative of her current hair length. So there she is with the famous milk picture, and from before when she had just got her head shaved. Okay, Alita said Robin supplied the pic. Well, shame on Robin because she knew she didn't look like that. She had seen her before. She saw her on Mother's Day. She knew. She knew what she looked
Right.
like. You don't give a picture of a child with, a bob haircut down to their jawline when they have a shaved head. Okay, Southern Mama said no, Robin did not. Well, whoever did, you're not that would not have been recognizable. And we talked about that in the first show, which was June 16th. All right, so what was odd about June 15th? And mind you, none of us knew Summer Wells June 15th. None of us do know Summer Wells anyway. None of us knew about her family. So let's start off with what was odd that day. Okay, as we now know, she was awoken that morning and she was going to go to a doctor's appointment with her mom and her grandma. It was said later by Candace on Facebook in her comments talking to people, because for a while there she was communicating, that Summer liked to sleep in till like 11 or noon. So why on that morning did you have to wake her up so early just to go sit in the waiting room or sit in the truck waiting on grandma? Especially since the oldest son had watched her so many times before. Don't you think that's odd, Kevin?
Yeah, I do. That whole day is odd, but I'm trying to stick with what we're talking about at the moment because I don't want to talk about, and I really do want to focus on just what we want to talk about. None of this other monkey business. Yeah, it is odd. That's, and I think it's going to become even more odd as we keep going here about that day. Why on that day did this shit happen? You know, I don't see Candace as a mom getting her kids up early and getting them breakfast, but on that day, they woke Summer up early because in my opinion, they would have left her home. They would have told the damn boys to watch her.
Yeah, or just let her sleep and get back before she woke up. I mean,
Yeah,
it was just weird.
exactly.
So yeah, it was definitely odd. Okay, so Candace texted Hunter and said that they were at the doctor. I think they were at Holston Valley. I don't remember, saying that, she was having her knee looked at, that the knee injury was from the kids because they had been beating her in the knee on the way to Gatlinburg. Anyway, so that's where they were.
That's another weird comment.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
beating
So
her in the
they
knee.
head over to Hunter's house around, like I say, 10 a.m. Odd, when Candace got there, of course, Grandis was at the doctor. She has Summer with her, but she makes a point to tell Hunter, and I don't know if Allie was awake at the time. Yeah, you're right, Crime Time. Who says that? Thank you, Crystal. She makes a point to tell Hunter that the boys went to work with Dawn. Now, why would she say that? Why?
Yeah, and another thing, I'm going to go back to your statement just a second ago, kicking Grandma in. I never really just sat and thought about that. That's an odd statement too, because uh, to me, Grandis is not the kind of lady that's going to let them kids kick her and hurt her knee. And the kids are kicking her. No, that never happened either. So I never really thought about it. That's a huge red flag too.
You have
That's the main
grandkids.
reason they went. Huh?
You have grandkids. Are you going to let them just sit there and beat you in the damn knee?
No, nobody isn't. So that's another huge red flag that they had to go to the merger because the kids were kicking her. No, see, something ain't right about that either.
Nope. Nope.
Nope, it ain't.
And how much could they be beating her in the knee when she already had like a plastic knee? How bad could they be kicking her for her to have to go to the hospital?
Yeah, and the thing of it is, look at Grandis. She's the type of lady that would probably knock you across the living room if you kicked her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not the kind of person that would even allow that.
Yeah. Southern Mama says, Grandma wise as much as Candace. Well, we know that apple didn't fall too far, my friend. So Candace tells Hunter that they're going fishing, and he asked if he could go. Never in this conversation was it mentioned, did she bring fishing poles? Did she have a tackle box or anything like that? But she did have Summer's bathing suit. Where's the fishing?
We're going no damn fishing.
What were you going to do? Sharpen sticks and throw them in the water to hit the fish?
Yeah. Grandis looks like a cave woman. But yeah, that too. They weren't going fishing. That's bullshit. So this whole day is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally unbelievable.
All right, so she says she's going fishing. She goes into their house and she puts Summer in her bathing suit. She had mentioned something about a water park, but we know that they didn't wind up there. I still don't know if that was something they were going to try to do that day, but you would want all your kids with you. Not that she's a normal thinking mom, but they wound up going to a pond later. All right, so they go over to the hospital and they get Grandis. All right, so then they run over to Walgreens, they go through the drive-thru, and they drop off her script. I still want to know what pills she had. I'm not saying it's my business, but I mean, my doctor e-scribes everything. When I go to the doctor, there's no paper script. Now, doctors still give them out. I know that. So I've just always kind of wondered why it wasn't e-scribed over there. But anyway. Okay, so supposedly in the car, Dawn calls Candace and said someone was on the property stalking the kids. Someone that had been hugging on the kids and stuff like that. Now, she tells Hunter this. She tells him that Dawn called and this is what he said. I never have gotten from any of the interviews that Hunter heard that himself, only that that's what he was told. Why did she say that? For one, how would Dawn be there when he's at work and the boys are at work with him? She'd already told this story, okay? Would you not say, look, I got to get this prescription and I got to get right back home. There's a weirdo on my property. You would go right home. Wouldn't you? If you saw that there was some kind of weird individual lurking around your house, wouldn't you be like, I got to get home?
I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, they're doing is setting the day up by saying that.
Mhm.
I'll bet that is a bunch of bullshit. That there was some that it just you know that some guys on and that happened on that day too. It's like they were setting up the scene for summer is what they were
All,
doing, so they could go back and say, "Oh yeah, there was some guy on the property too."
all of these
Yep,
crazy, crazy happenings
yep,
on that day. Obviously, the
yeah,
most bizarre, but the
exactly.
most tragic is that Summer's gone. But she made sure Hunter had all this information. The boys are at work with Dawn.
Yep.
Hey, thanks, Butterfly Brain. We got a new member. They're at work. There's a weird guy on our property. She was already setting this up, and I don't consider Candace to be any kind of strategic criminal where she can formulate all of this. She had a little bit of help.
Well,
She had a little
if
bit
the
of help.
boys were at work,
She had a little bit of
if the
help,
boys were okay.
but we will get to that in another show. That's a totally different breakdown. I'm sorry, Kevin. I had a lag. I apologize.
Yeah, me too. If the boys were at work, then how would they know there was a weird guy on the property?
Exactly.
Yeah, if Don had the boys with him, how would he know that there was a weird guy on the property? Probably because Jody Sue told him. No, I'm just kidding. But, um, but how would they know that? See, this whole day they are setting up the abduction theory. Is what they're doing.
Yep.
It's obvious. Just keep going because it's going to become clearer and clearer.
Thank you, my friend. You're exactly right. I still wonder if, okay, I'm pretty sure Don called, but I still wonder if that's what he truly said or if that's just what she
Exactly.
told her. We know she's not the best at telling the truth. Hey, Barb, thanks for the $5. And Barb said Candace and Grandis Abandis waited until Summer got gone to go to the water park. She wasn't missing a week, and Candace was smiling and having a fun time. Yep, that made me sick. That made me sick. Made me sick.
Okay.
Let's go to the water park with Summer missing. Okay, so after they drop off the prescription, they go to get smokes or vapes, whatever, and the famous twisted tea. The twisted tea. The famous twisted tea. Remember the twisted tea, Kevin?
Yes, I do. I remember it like it was yesterday. In my opinion, that twisted tea was just a tool used to make sure Hunter went with them that day. That's what
Yep.
that was about.
And to keep him around throughout the day so he had eyes on Summer. Remember, he's a 15-year-old kid with a girlfriend. At some point, he would be like, I got to get back home. You know, I got a girlfriend. I want to play PlayStation or whatever. I don't want to sit here at the grocery store and pick up scripts with you and your mom. He's 15. All right.
Oh, yeah, on that day. Let's keep remembering on that day, all eyes on Summer. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
June 15th. So from there, they go with the twisted tea in tow and Grandis in tow in Summer. They go to the horse pond. All right. So Candace gave H the twisted tea. So she's on her phone watching TikToks. Grandis is in the car paying her phone bill. Summer's, playing in the water, splashing, having a good time. Hunter mentioned that she did go under for about 10, 15 seconds. And that's when he went out there because he was a little bit concerned and he, pulled her out of the water. He said she was laughing afterwards. So, I know a lot of people talk about a secondary drowning. It only takes a teaspoon of water for that to happen, especially to a small child. That's always been a possibility,
Yep. The only reason, this is my opinion, the only reason Hunter even said that Summer went under. All when he was interviewed and asked all that, I think Hunter was just trying to look cool, like he's, she did go under for 10 or 15 seconds, and I saved her. He was just a boy that I hope you understand what I'm getting at. That he just made the story sound a little bit better, so he looked better. I mean, like it wasn't really a big deal, but he could have made it one. You know what I mean? To look cool. Like, yeah, that did. So Summer did not have secondary drowning, in my opinion. No, no way in hell.
No, it's just a theory that's been floating around since June. And like I said, anything's possible. And from what I've been told, it only takes
it is
in the water. It seems odd to me considering the weirdness of the day. Like Southern Mama said, like a fish story. You wouldn't believe the fish that got away. Oh, it's the biggest fish I ever saw. Exactly. So while Summer is out in the water by herself, okay, no life jacket, no floaties. I don't know if the girl even knew how to swim. Grandis is walking around picking flowers with the hurt knee because, her grandkids beat the shit out of her knee, remember? But she's walking around picking flowers. No eyes on Summer. Candace is on her phone doing the TikTok shit she loves and basically kind of in her own Facebook TikTok world. So they leave after that. They don't have any towels or anything, but they did have a pillow to sit Summer on because Grandis, being the OCD cleanliness woman she is, wanted to make sure her seat didn't get wet. Don't forget, Hunter's ass too. Hunter's ass was wet too, but we wanted to make sure a little 40-pound girl didn't get the seat wet. So she sat on a pillow.
Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm still thinking about your first thing. Candace and Grandma left to go. They went to, at one point, Grandis and Candace left Hunter alone with Summer. They went to look for flowers. Okay, that's what was said. Now, at that point of the story, I think for some reason, Candace and Grandma, that's part of the reason they took Hunter with them. What did Grandis and Candace actually do when they left Hunter alone with Summer? I do not believe they were looking for flowers. Absolutely not.
Well, I don't think
what really happened?
Maybe I missed something because I don't think he was left alone with Summer because Candace was sitting on the bank. He just said that she was kind of in her world on the phone. Was she walking around looking for flowers too? And then he was in charge of Summer? Because I missed that. That's why I want everyone to remind us. We got to get back to the facts.
I'm going to go back and find that. But at one point, Grandis and Candace, I believe, it was said that Grandis went back to the truck or something? I'm going to have to go back and find. I am almost positive that for a few minutes they were separated from Hunter and Summer.
Now, Hunter went off in the woods by himself to drink the twisted tea. They didn't want anyone seeing that kid drinking that can of beer, which is basically what it is. Grandis was in the car by herself. This is at the horse pond.
Okay.
Paying her phone bill. When she came back from paying her phone bill, she was walking around looking at flowers. Now, I don't know what made him come out of the woods when Summer supposedly went underwater, but he said Candace was basically on her phone.
So she's looking for flowers with a bum knee and have you ever seen the trail down to that swimming hole? It's not a trail that the bank with a sore knee. I mean, this is baloney. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Something is fishy about that too, the flower deal.
Right.
In my opinion.
Well, I mean, it all is, especially having a pillow for Summer to sit on because you don't want your seats wet, but a 15-year-old kid who soaks your seat. Yeah,
well, where is the pillow? That's what I'd like to know.
Where's the pillow? Eberk said, "How do you know where he drank the tea?" I'm just going off of what Hunter said in his interview. He said that he went off kind of away for where people could see him, and that's where he was drinking twisted tea because Chris McDonough asked, "Who drank the tea?" and he said, "I did." All right, so they leave there. Grandma's script is ready. They go through the drive-through again, get the script. From there, they go to the hippie house. Okay, so then they go to Sonic. They each get a slushie, but no food. No food. Nobody even got a 99-cent corn dog. Mind you, we've been away from the house for quite a while. Nobody's had anything to eat. You know, a 15-year-old teenage boy is going to be starving by now. Summer, frolicking around in the water in the sun, is going to want something to eat.
How long did they stay at Sonic? Did they ever say?
Well, just long enough to get their slushies because they drank them on the way to the grocery store. So there was no food.
Where are the slushy cups?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering why there wasn't a slushy cup in the with Summer in the back seat sleeping. Yeah, with the orange soda and the candy on the seat. Where the fuck is the slushy cup? No, I mean, really, I guess it could have been in the floor.
Yeah, all we saw was the picture of the orange pop. But, I mean, Grandma's worried about a wet seat, but you've got, I mean, a slushie full of blue, purple, whatever color dye in the back with a 5-year-old.
Exactly. You know, I just odd that where in the hell was the cup? Where are the slushy cups? You know, I'm not saying they didn't get slushies. What I'm saying is that whole picture, whatever, I'm jumping ahead, but that whole picture with the orange pop and the candy, I didn't see no damn evidence at all of going to Sonic. I'm not saying they didn't go. It's just awful peculiar that Summer slushy cup was not in that back seat. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. And like I said, Grandma didn't want her seat wet, but she's letting her sit back there with the slushie.
Yeah.
Get my seat
exactly.
wet. You know, a 40-pound girl is really gonna, man, you have to mop it up. It's gonna be so wet back there. Didn't worry about Hunter getting the seat wet, but had Summer sit on that pillow.
Yeah, and that, you know what? Think about that. Think about that for 1 second. Why would they even say that about that? And where is the damn pillow in the milk jug video if Summer had to sit on it because she was wet? There is not a pillow under Summer at all in that milk jug video. Go back. Anybody can go back and look. Good luck finding a pillow.
We're going to look at it in a minute. We're going to look at it in just a minute.
Yeah. There ain't no damn pillow in there.
No. Where's it? And we're not asking where the pillow is in the picture or the video. Where is it now? Because
no.
Candace was asked. All right. So
yeah, I don't know.
They go to the grocery store, so they're drinking their slushies on the way over there. Only Candace and Grandis go in the store. So again, we had to go to the doctor for a knee because the kids have been beating the hell out of a knee. Okay? The grandkids have been beating the hell out of Grandis's knee. So we had to go to the doctor that morning, but we're walking around picking flowers. Now we're going to walk around the grocery store. Odd, but we had to see the doctor. So how much pain are we really in from this beating we took from our own grandkids? Anyway, because I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with my knees, and I hate going to the damn grocery store. All right, so they left Hunter and Summer, and mind you, Summer at this point is in her brand new fall outfit. Little track pants, jacket for fall, zipped up to her neck, 88 degrees. 88 degrees sitting in that truck. I'm sure a window was cracked. From what I was told, Candace didn't like to run air conditioning because she smokes in the car. So anyway, they're sitting out there. Hunter said they were in the store for roughly an hour. You have to have a lot of trust in Hunter to leave him in a parking lot alone for an hour with your 5-year-old daughter. Would you do that, Kevin?
And no, absolutely not. And actually, they only bought milk, cheese, and something else. Why did it take them an hour in that grocery store? And they leave, you know, that's another reason they needed Hunter. I'm telling you, Hunter was used um, for that day. And it just, I mean, I'll give you my theory later after we talk about everything, but um, something being in there that long, leaving the kids outside in the damn hot car. And what did Candace say about that day? It was baking hot.
Baking hot.
That's exactly what Candace, baking hot that day. So why was Summer in a freaking tracksuit?
Because she said she got cold after
Yeah.
swimming. They get uncold
Yeah,
real fast.
okay. Bullshit.
I get cold when I
I
get
don't
out of the
believe
shower.
that at all.
But guess what? I don't put on a snowsuit. I'm going to warm up. Now, they actually bought more groceries than that because they basically put the milk in the cab of the truck, obviously between Hunter and Summer. The rest of the groceries went in the truck bed. All right. I don't know what the hell they bought. So they go and they drop off Hunter. Okay. What happens between...
Probably a bone.
What's that, huh?
I said he probably bought ham bones.
Kevin's cutting out.
Never mind.
It's okay.
No, I said they probably bought bones, ham bones or something to tie around their necks. Anyway, it was just a joke.
Good God, Kevin. All right, so we got the groceries in the truck bed. Okay, Hunter put the milk in the middle. We still don't know how it wound up on the right side of Summer for the picture we saw where she's basically sleeping on cold milk. How'd that not burn your face?
Yeah, how come she was cold from swimming but lay?
Yeah.
Right? She was cold from swimming. So why was she on cold milk if she was that damn?
I don't know. Kevin's losing signal. I don't know if he's getting away from his Wi-Fi box or what. He probably doesn't know. Okay, so we dropped off.
Yeah, I do. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it was just.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yes.
Oh, I was saying that if she was so damn cold and had to put on those clothes, then why is she on cold milk without even waking up?
I can just imagine. If I'm dead asleep, my deepest sleep, you can imagine if someone took a jug of milk and put it on my face, I'm gonna wake up. I'm at least going to be uncomfortable enough to start knocking it away and get my bearings about me.
Right. Unless you were drugged.
Yeah, unless somebody drugged me. All right, so we drop off Hunter. There was, communication with Allie. Allie says Summer was asleep. Candace says she's awake. I don't know. So from there, they go home. Now, we don't know what time Candace got home. We have no idea. She doesn't remember the time. She isn't sure. All right. The best guesstimate we have is 3:30 in the afternoon. So between 3:30 in the afternoon and roughly 6 o'clock when 911 was called. Okay, so we have all these details. All of these details. Candace remembered all of this. She confirmed all of this except the twisted tea with Chris McDonough, but has no idea what she was doing when she got home to when she called 911. She kind of vaguely remembers doing laundry and getting something to eat, but that's pretty much the extent of it. What is odd to me, do you have any thoughts on that, Kevin?
Yeah, she wasn't doing no damn laundry. I don't believe that for one damn second at all. Nope, I don't. They probably wear their clothes inside out because they're dirty. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Candace remembers everything, but she always forgets the stuff that's important.
Well, and you're right. If it's important, she doesn't have the facts because the facts would get her in a lot of trouble, They'd get her in a lot of
Exactly.
trouble. But she knows exactly what her ass did all day long. When she got home, she has no idea. No idea. She's on
Probably
her
because
phone
she took
all
all
the
her
time.
grandma's meds.
She's on her phone all
She
the
probably
time.
took all her. Yeah, she probably took all her grandma's meds that day.
Something went up. I mean, she's on her phone all day long. There's a clock on the dash. She was the one driving. She at one point saw the time. Even if when I open my phone, I'm going to do it right now. I just hit the button right there. 9:37, Tuesday, December 7th. Swipe the screen and then into what I need to do. Looking at my laptop right now, 9:37. But she has no idea of any time throughout the day, except all of these details from when they left the house to when they dropped off Hunter. When they got home, which is very important what happened in that time. We don't know. Think I might have done some laundry, though. Think I might have made a sandwich. I don't know. I think you do know. I think you do know. Very odd to me. 911 is called. We're going to play that dispatch in a minute. It's not Candace talking on there. I very seriously doubt that is ever going to be released till it comes time for trial. But around 7:30 p.m., Candace calls Hunter, a teenage boy. And let me tell you something. He's a kid. He should not have been involved in this in any way, shape, or form. No way. Why wouldn't you call his mom? You tell a 15-year-old kid that Summer is missing and you're one of the last people to see her? What was that call about? Why would you call a child? Yes, 15, I consider a child, to say Summer is missing and not tell his mom first. Any thoughts, Kevin?
No, I'm listening. I agree with 100% of what you just said. So we'll see how this will keep rolling here. I'm listening.
You're doing good. Hunter didn't believe her. He told her to call his mom. He said, call Allie. He thought she was making it up because he said she gets drunk a lot and makes up stories. He really thought she was playing a prank. Does this sound familiar about Candace getting drunk and getting on the phone and making stuff up? I think we remember a phone call. Now, mind you, we've gone back in time. It's June 15th. But we'll speed up a little bit. Someone's known for pranking people. Allie didn't believe her when she called her. Didn't believe her. I don't know when they realized it was the truth, because not only did they not believe her, they didn't head over to the house to help her look. Not that there was much they could do, okay? But they didn't believe her. They thought she was making it up. They said she was known to get drunk, high, whatever, lose sight of her kids, think that she'd lost them, and then she finds them.
Or they probably thought maybe to themselves, well, yeah, I knew something was going to bad happen to her someday, just like what Don said, The reason that they didn't believe her, could have also been that they didn't believe her whatsoever. Like maybe they thought something really did happen, you know? I think their spidey senses went off when this all happened. Because mine did.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. The whole day is weird. Calling a minor child to let them know that your child is missing. It's one thing if you're like, I'm trying to get a hold of your mom or something like that. At that point, look, you've already called 911. You've already called 911. You've got sheriff's deputies, you've got law enforcement involved. You don't need their help unless you're given a heads up that, hey, I'm getting ready to tell them that you were with us all day. Have we thought about that?
Yep.
I'm calling to let you know, Hunter, you were with us all day and she's missing.
Well, and me, if my child was me, I wouldn't have called anyone right away. I've been out in the damn woods looking all night. I wouldn't have had time to call anybody. I'd been looking for my daughter. Since she just got abducted. Why in the hell would you give up so damn early? Or never even, you know what I mean? Oh, let's just go out there for a few minutes, pretend we're looking for her, you know? It's like, I would have still been out in the woods the next morning trying to find her if she really got gone.
Eberk said, why did she call Robin and David? Again, I want to know. And they didn't get there. They must not have believed her, at least Robin. I'm just guessing, okay? I'm just assuming. This is not a fact. Robin was at her daughter's dance recital. She came up there later and made that weird comment. Like, we're going to camp out and get some snacks and go find Summer. It's like she didn't believe it either. Like, nobody was taking this seriously. Why? Is it because of Candace's past behavior? I'm asking an opinion.
I just think Robin actually... in my opinion, yeah, Robin's just a silly. Okay, first of all, I want to say this. In my opinion, she had not a damn thing to do with this disappearing thing. But the thing of it is, Robin was just like, okay, let's get some, I think Robin really thought that they would just find her out in the woods right there by the house somewhere. I do. That's what I think.
To be quite honest, that's what I would think too. I wouldn't think she had been murdered. I wouldn't think she'd been kidnapped. I wouldn't think she just got gone. I would think she's somewhere around there. She's a 5-year-old little girl.
Not in that damn holler. She didn't somebody didn't come up there. And the thing of it is, isn't it, like I just said a few seconds ago, isn't it suspicious that if that was your daughter or kid, boy, I don't care who it is, granddaughter, was missing, wouldn't you be out in the damn woods screaming her name looking for her?
Yeah, I wouldn't be on the phone. I'd be
absolutely not.
Frantically looking for my child. Eberk, perfect point. He said he or she, I don't know if I'm the man or woman. More pawns in Candace's sick game. Thank you. That's why we're going to day 1. And we see how all of this spun out of control. All right. The next time she spoke to Hunter, she called again a 15-year-old kid to let him know. Now, she said she was at the police department. Odd that she would call him. She said she was taking another polygraph. Now, it was said very, very early on that she failed her first polygraph because she takes pain medicine for her hip. I don't remember where that came from, but I'm calling BS.
Yes, that is true. She did say that. She did fail. Don said it. Don's the one that said it, that she failed it because then they said she was too distraught. Yeah, okay. She probably was too fucked up on pain medicine, in my opinion. I don't believe her anyway. If she failed, that's because she's lying. and she's always has been lying.
Well, I mean, if you're on pain medicine, I would think that your nerves would be all cool and calm and be a lot easier to pass it. I don't think they would honestly give you a polygraph if you're on any
I,
kind of, narcotic or anything. I don't know. I'm not law enforcement.
hopefully she wasn't in the condition she was on the recline.
For real. For real. For real. All right. Odd to me. Okay. So she calls from the police station. This is on the 16th. Now, mind you, as soon as daybreak happened, we're on June 16th now. Okay. June 16th. This is when most people on social media, people that follow true crime groups, the Amber Alert, everything like that. So all hell's breaking loose on the 16th. All hell's breaking loose. TBI interviews Hunter. First, Hawkins County did. Then afterwards, TBI did. So Hawkins County is there. Now, mind you, Candace had put out the video of Summer swimming, and you see Hunter in it. Very unfair thing for her to do. Think about it. Why would she put that video out? Was she trying to blame Hunter? Again, this is just opinion, speculation, theory. She put that video out because Allie said she was going to call Hawkins County because she figured people were going to want to know who that boy is.
Yep, that's exactly why she did it. That's exactly why I said earlier, I thought that they left Hunter alone with Summer for a few minutes so that in case Candace could come back and say, yup, something happened. I mean, I don't trust Candace at all. Never will. She's a liar. And yeah, Hunter was used, in my opinion, that day. So,
and what a sad thing to do to a teenage boy. Okay? Hawkins County calls Allie. She's getting ready to go to work. Of course, she wound up, I don't think, going to work at all that day. They come. They talk to Hunter. Not too long after TBI comes, they're asking some very poignant, candid questions that all relate to Candace. What did they say? Who not to talk to? Who not to take calls from? Now, mind you, they took Hunter's phone that day anyway. But who did they say not to communicate with? Candace. Do not communicate with Candace. Never in any interviews that Hunter has done or Allie did they say anything other than Candace. They've never said, don't talk to the grandma. Don't talk to Dawn. Don't talk to the boys. Don't talk to anyone at the church. Don't talk to Candace. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. They did do that. I mean, they told her, do not. And what does Candace do? She had to go there and find out what Hunter said to the TBI. Mm-hmm. You know why? Yeah. Yeah. Why did they say, this is so obvious that this is a bullshit story, this abduction. Really. I mean, keep going.
So they said, don't talk. Now, I did see in comments, Jackie said, no, they said Grandis and Candace. I've never heard that. I've always heard don't talk to Candace. It would make more sense if they said don't talk to either of those adults because they were the ones that were with her. All I heard was him saying don't talk to Candace.
Yeah, and it really doesn't matter. I mean, if it's Grandis and Candace or if it's Grandis and Candace and Don, whatever. The point is, why did Candace come back and ask Hunter what the hell he said to TBI if it was just an abduction? Why would she even do that? Why would she even care? Why wasn't she still outside looking for her damn kid?
Yeah, I get having to go to the police station and take a polygraph. I get doing whatever law
Yeah.
enforcement asks you to do. That actually makes sense. That's normal behavior. That's normal behavior. But all these phone calls, as if Robin's going to find her, as if David's going to find her, as if Hunter's going to find her, as if Allie's going to find her. No, that was a reminder to Hunter. You were with her. And then she posts the video on her Facebook the next day. And as we saw in the TBI Twitter that I put up earlier, that picture from the milk jug, I think, I don't know where they came across that. They said it was found somewhere, but someone said Robin gave that to them. Anyway, that's why Allie was going to call the sheriff's department, because people were going to wonder who the boy was with Summer. So just to guess here, if they told Hunter and Allie to have zero communication with Candace, then I've got a suspicion that they told Candace, do not communicate with Hunter and Allie. If they call you, don't answer. Don't you call them. Well, with day 2 of a ground search, air search, everything for her little girl, she drives over to Allie's house. Knock, knock, knock. She wants to know what they said to the TVI. She wants to know. It'd be one thing if you were there to thank them for cooperating, but she wants to know.
I want to know why they weren't still out looking for damn Summer. Why in the very, very few minutes, the very, very beginning, did they say, Don, I knew she was abducted? Why weren't they still outside thinking maybe that Summer, yeah, she was lost back there somewhere. She had fallen into a pit or something, whatever. But a normal parent, in my opinion, would have been out there looking and screaming their name if it truly, I mean, you would not think she got abducted the very first thing. You would not think that. You would think she was just lost out there somewhere.
Absolutely.
I don't know, maybe.
An animal, she wandered off, she fell into something, got hurt, you know?
Yeah, it's a joke. You know, it's so obvious that this abduction thing is, they knew, the reason why they didn't go look for her, because they knew damn good and well they weren't going to find her anyway, you know, because they already knew it wasn't an abduction, in my opinion. And they're so brazen about it too, you know. It's like, that is not the first thing that would come to your mind. You'd be out looking for your daughter. Or maybe I'm just wrong, but
of course you'd be looking
fishy
for your child. You certainly wouldn't make a special trip to Allie and Hunter.
Exactly.
Because they're not taking your call. Well, at this time, no one has a phone. No one has a phone, so she probably couldn't call them. But to go to the door, what did you tell the TBI? Did you tell them about the twisted tea? Who would care? Who would care about a damn can of beer? Even though he's 15, instead of in the woods looking for
you're right.
Around there somewhere.
That'd be the last thing. That'd be the last damn thing I'd be worried about is a freaking twisted tea. I'd be worried about finding my kid. Mm-hmm. Not them. She wanted to know what they said to TBI. Well, of course she wanted to know. What does that tell you?
Yep. And I get ahead of myself because I'm talking about the 17th. On the 16th, the day that the search started, on, I think it was WVLT, WJHL, could have been both. When the article came out about Summer being missing, Candace was actively in the comments arguing with people. She said she was doing dishes. Summer walked out barefoot with a purple shirt on and like gray pants or shorts. And I said, well, now hang on. Barefoot, it's, you know, I walk around barefoot, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I can only get so far because I'm barefoot. How far can she get barefoot? But then we hear the 911 dispatch, which was played weeks later, where it said when she called, she said she went on a run. She came back 10 minutes.
Oh, I think we lost Brooks. Anyway, if you guys can still hear me, think about that. That she was barefoot. Why would Candace even say that? Well, in my opinion, she said that because to try to make it look like Summer couldn't make it that far, so she had to have been abducted. So I'll just say she was barefoot. That way, we can dodge the issue that if she had shoes on, she could have wandered off into the woods. See, this whole thing is bullcrap. Candace said that, in my opinion, that she was barefoot to help support their abduction theory. That's my opinion. I don't believe anything about it whatsoever. Nope. You know, and I mean, that would make sense. Tell law enforcement that she's barefoot. That way, they'll think, oh, well, she couldn't have made it that far being barefoot. That was just a little thing thrown in there to throw shade on the whole thing, in my opinion.
And on the 15th, I mean, basically everything went nuts on that day. And when you're
Did you hear what I was just saying, Brooks?
What?
When you were gone. I said the reason I think Candace said that Summer was barefoot, I think Candace said that so that people would think that, well, she's barefoot, she couldn't have made it far, so she must have got abducted. That's why Candace said that.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion.
Yeah, that's why we're going to the beginning. We're going back over all this stuff because there was a ton of stuff coming at us the first few days, and it was like a tornado. It's like, my God, I don't know where to look. We had just found out about the domestic violence in the house. I think that was my June 17th show. We're looking at pictures of Summer where you can tell she's obviously an unhappy, neglected little girl. Now there's pictures of her. She looks very happy. She looks taken care of, but there's a lot more where there's something wrong. There's some serious neglect going on. Serious neglect.
Okay, and let's go back. Man, this lag is something else, ain't it? This lag that we have that happens. I don't mean to cut you off, but think about the barefoot statement. And then what did Don say? I'm getting a little bit ahead, but it does support my theory. What did Don say as soon as he drove up and to the house? I knew she was abducted. Now, how in the hell? Why would you say that? You would think your daughter. Why would you even say that and never go look for her? Not once. Are you still there, Brooks? We lost Brooks again. Anyway, people, think about that. Don drove up. The very first words out of he told, I just knew she was abducted. I knew it. What? How? Why would you think that? Very early on in that day, you would get out of your damn car and start looking for your daughter, wouldn't you? Maybe I'm being stupid and wrong, but that's what I would do. I'd rush home fast as I could get there, and my ass would have been out in them damn woods looking for my girl, my daughter, my grandkids, whatever, my dog, whatever. Not them. Hell no. You know why they didn't go look for her? Because they knew damn good and well she wasn't out there.
Yeah, I'd love to know what Don said when he called 911 too. And it's odd to me that they put out the dispatch of what she said, but not what Don called to report. Now, Don supposedly wasn't anywhere around. He was at work. But they made sure to release the dispatch, not of her talking, but of the 911 operator. The 911 operator.
You know what's gonna, in my opinion, that those 911 calls are gonna be very destroying in the favor of Don Candace. They're gonna be very incriminating. I think the 291. I think there's gonna be a lot, some really revealing stuff when that.
Kevin's muted. No, Kevin's absolutely right. Yeah. When we actually hear her demeanor on the 911 call, how she portrayed this story and what happened in her own words and with her own voice inflection, it's going to tell us a lot. Because people that FaceTimed with Candace said she was not upset. She wasn't crying. She wasn't like visibly upset. It was just kind of like, you know, she's missing. Like, it wasn't like she was concerned. And any parent would be upset and concerned. They'd be beside themselves, you know?
Yep. In my opinion, the biggest red flag so far on this first day is they never once went out to look for their daughter. They didn't want to waste their time because they knew damn good and well, yeah, it's just bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like her saying, you know, she's got to put together that time, you know, what was going on. Oh, I think I did some laundry. Well, you know, I do laundry. You throw it in the washer, you throw it in the dryer, and then, you know, if you're good, you know, you put it up that day. Sometimes it might sit, you know, in the basket for a little bit. I mean, it's not like she's out there on a washboard doing it. There's nothing to it. That doesn't take up a lot of your time. And after a day like that, why would you come home and do laundry? They're not concerned about these things.
And another thing to support that, on that day, you would remember every damn detail that happened.
Especially when they ask you about the most important part of your day, and that's when she got gone. And that's when we scratch our head and say, I could have been doing laundry. I could have been doing dishes. Oh, no, that's right. I was planting flowers. I was doing dishes and she walked out barefoot. I was planting flowers. I went on a run. Come on. You know what you were doing at that time. You know what you were doing.
The door was locked. No, it was unlocked. It's just the whole thing. You just keep going. It gets better. I mean, worse and worse, actually. How revealing that this is such bullshit.
And let me tell you something. If the police told anybody, anywhere in my town, my state, my circle, to talk to anybody in the world,
So we lost Brooks again, guys. Sorry about it. There's nothing we can do about it. It just happens. But anyway, don't you guys in chat, don't you think that all of this is so suspicious, if at the least? I mean, come on. It just none of it makes sense. We keep losing you, Brooks. No, she's still not back. But just, you know, the stories have just changed. It's just, it doesn't make sense. You know, why weren't they out looking for their daughter? Because they knew damn good and well she wasn't out there, you know, already. And it's like, because you'd be out there all damn night searching. I would. Yelling her name, you know, and don't give me this shit that the police told me not to help look for her. They couldn't stop me because I'd be out there looking. I'd tell the police go to hell.
you'd be at least looking around your own yard, because how far can a little girl with no shoes get in that terrain? She couldn't have gotten far. That, of course she'd be doing that.
Exactly. That's why Candace said she was barefooted.
Yeah.
So she couldn't have got that far. That was a lie, and that was said, I'll bet you, to throw out that exact thing. How far could Summer have gotten without no shoes on? So we know she was abducted. That's the only reason why she said it, in my opinion.
She thinks she's smart. I still cannot understand how the three of them, who I don't consider to be sophisticated criminals, could come up with this conspiracy, this plan, and not a one of them ever slip to just crack it. Because I figured by the end of the weekend, they would either find Summer or have her arrested. This is the weirdest thing ever. The weirdest thing ever. Because what we were asking back in June, we're asking today in December. I know when the lady, the protester, was on Friday, some people in Discord reached out to me and they were like, oh, that's annoying because, that's exactly the stuff that we've been asking. And I said, but here's the point. We're still asking that stuff. We're still asking.
Yeah,
So what does that tell you when a fresh set of eyes comes on and they're asking the same thing we've all been asking?
Yep. This whole thing was us, but we'll get to it eventually. But when I saw the very first interview, well, I knew in my mind, my mind was made up exactly.
Oh yeah, but I mean, here we're talking about June 16th when we did the first show, and we already knew. We were like, this woman did something. This woman has done something. Instead of looking around her own property, she's talking to strangers on Facebook. She's fighting with commenters on Facebook. She put up a picture of Summer in a coffin playing, saying, Mommy and Daddy miss you and we'll find you. June 16th. Because that's when it all hit the fan. Boots on the ground, in the air, looking for her little girl, but we're on Facebook. Sorry.
Yeah, that coffin picture, I don't know, there's something wrong about that too. So I would never have posted that with my daughter abducted in a damn coffin.
No. Or missing. It's one thing to take the picture. It's a funny prop and she's being goofy, at the Hatfield and McCoy Museum or restaurant. But that's the picture she chose to put up with an Amber Alert for her daughter.
That's because she knew she was not alive, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So, in the 3 days, other things were coming together. Like I said, we found out about the charges in October, the domestic violence, found out that the charges, went away, kind of a little bit here and there about Dawn's past. We didn't hear from Dawn until that weekend. Dawn did nothing on Facebook, didn't talk to the media. Neither of them ever went on live press conference when the TBI was doing their thing. They stayed the hell away from TBI. That would have been the perfect opportunity to address the public, but neither one of them did.
They avoided every chance, even to today. They have avoided every chance of exposing Summer's name nationally on all the news media, and they could have had full run of the news media. People would have let them talk. And what did they do? They threw the damn searchers and all them and law enforcement under the bus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not to mention Hunter, involving Allie in the day, and ultimately Summer. So, we pointed out a lot of odd things that went on June 15th, and especially the odd behavior on the 16th, and even odder, because I don't know it for a fact, but I can guarantee that the TBI told her to have no contact with Hunter and Allie. But she made a special trip over there. A special trip when she could still be looking around her property for a daughter. How many times? Almost every single day, Ronnie Lawson was on TV telling people, search around your property. Did they think that didn't apply to them? She went missing from their house. Did he think it didn't apply to them?
Yeah. They didn't want to waste their time because they already knew about Summer. They already knew.
Bingo.
They never once went out there and looked.
Now, remember, after Candace left Allie's house, Allie called the TBI to tell them that Candace had come by. What she was asking, they said, I'll call you back. They called her back and they asked specifically, like what time was she there, I guess. What was she driving? Now, I don't know why that's important, but they wanted to know. And she said that she was in Grandis's truck. Not in the Subaru, not in Dawn's work truck, but she was in Grandis's truck. And they said, okay, thank you. Now, I wonder why they want to know what she was driving unless they plan to go pick her up for something, which we know that they didn't. I just thought that was really odd. And I'm wondering if they followed up with Candace to say, we told you not to bother these people. We told you this is an ongoing investigation, and you went to their house. I'm really curious about that. Not that anyone's going to call and tell me. I've just always found it to be odd. I'll look at some comments here.
So you're saying, go back. I'm just a little confused. You're saying that, what was this about the statement of what you were driving? Who said what?
On the 17th, after Candace left Allie's house, Allie called the TBI to tell them that Candace had come to their house. And they said, okay, I'll call you back. They called her back. They basically wanted to know what Candace was asking, what Candace said, and what she was driving. And she said she was in Grandis's truck. Okay, odd to me. Candace has never, ever been back to their house since. They must have gotten a hold of Candace and said, look, I told you not to go to talk to them. I told you not to. What are you doing? Because no answer they gave her that day could have satisfied her.
In my opinion, the reason why they asked what she was driving is there was something that TBI smelled a rat between the red Subaru and the truck. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe they were thinking, well, why didn't she just drive the Subaru? Why did Dawn have that car that day to go to work? This is just my opinion. I think at that point TBI was wondering, they were trying to put two and two together with the red Subaru in the truck.
But then think about it. You're exactly right. Think about it. She had said over and over, the Subaru's my car. That's why they asked when she went down to the house, well, what was she driving? Why would she be driving her mom's truck when the Subaru is her car?
And why would Dawn take it to do drywall work? A brand new car, the Subaru, on that day. Come on, that's a huge red flag in my opinion. Anyway, it always has been, it always will be. But yeah, I think TBI was wondering the same thing, exactly what you just were saying. Yeah, I do. That's what I think.
Yep. Yep, I see lots of opinions and lots of theories in here. All good stuff. But that's really what we know about those first 3 days. Like I said, we didn't hear from Dawn until Father's Day. That was the first media interview, if I'm correct. Mind you, this is off the top of my head. And that's when he addressed the searchers. And the thing is, nobody is really, at that time, nobody really had eyes on Dawn. Dawn made himself suspicious when he did the interview with his oldest son and then hopped on Facebook and started talking about Trump, Mexico, cartels, resurrections, and all that stuff. He made himself look weird because people weren't pointing fingers. This all got jacked up because everybody was looking right at Candace. He brought the circus to town. And we're going to get to that, not on this show, but later on, because we're going to look at when Don on Father's Day spoke to WJHL.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, that first interview, he spoke in past tense the whole interview. That right there, when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, this ain't right.
You mean the one on Father's Day?
Oh, with his son, you mean?
No, not that one. The one he did on Father's Day.
Yeah, with Candace?
Nope, on Father's Day.
No, I don't know which one that is. Which video is that?
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
All right, hang on. So I'm going to play this video. Hang on. Start it from the beginning. So, of course, this came out. Why would Grandis take this on another oddity on June 15th? She pans it. People say it's an accident, but she pans it right over to her daughter. Why was it put? I mean, why? Grandis was big on taking pictures or videos, but she takes a picture of her sleeping on milk.
Now, wait a minute here. Why is she panning on Candace's hands for so long? That's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
That's awful weird. I never even thought about that. I know it's in slow motion right now.
Uh-huh.
But why? Man, she's sure. That's just an odd thing to do. It really is. I don't know. That's weird.
And if you look at her Facebook, I mean, at least at the time, she didn't really post videos or anything. Now, I mean, Candace did. Candace was always posting a TikTok or something like that. Yeah, Crystal, you're right. The whole case is weird. Really weird. But that day was way out of the ordinary. And in just looking back on it now, especially calling Hunter when she went missing, going to their house, all that stuff, calling Allie. Allie and Hunter didn't even believe her. I think she was trying to blame Hunter in a way. I really do. They said do a replay, please. All right.
She was blaming Hunter without even saying it, is what she was trying.
Okay, I'm starting it from the beginning.
See what I mean about how long she hands on Candace's hands? Why?
How come Candace has bruises and scratches on her hands, it looks like?
Maybe that's why she did it. I'm just saying. There's something weird about that. Something is sus about that as AF.
Look at her hands.
Yeah, something is creepy about that, folks.
Southern Mama said, did y'all see the pillow on the floorboard? Yeah, I have no doubt that pillow was there that day. I want to know why Candace can't answer the question, where is the pillow now? Where is it? Where'd it go? Where's the bathing suit?
Yeah, and if Summer was sitting on it and sleeping, what did they do? Just tear the pillow out from under, but let her lay on milk jugs? No, I don't buy it. Something's fishy.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, why did they
I
take the
totally
pillow out while she was
yeah,
asleep?
Jackie said her hands look swollen. I agree. I agree. Lady Justice says, that's my question. Where's the pillow? Where are the outfits? Where? Matrix said, it's all with Summer, in my opinion. Guys, I am really glad we did this just to go over the first 3 days. And I'm sure there's a lot of it we missed because a lot went on. A lot went on. And next, what we're going to do, unless something else goes on, is we're going to talk about the first time Dawn spoke with the media, which was, I believe, on Father's Day. I don't have any notes in front of me right now. And we're going to go through that interview because at that point, Dawn was a sympathetic character. He changed that. You know? He changed that.
Yep, that's when the shit show begins. When old Donnie boy starts taking control.
Mm-hmm. And he had no reason to. No reason, because nobody was asking him for anything. Nobody was bothering him. Nothing like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a terrible lag for some reason.
The only problem I've had on my end is just StreamYard I had to get out a couple of times and get back in because like I could hear you, but no one could hear me. You know?
Yeah, we couldn't hear you at all. So I just kept running my yap.
That's how we do it, my friend. That's how we do it.
But these whole first 3 days are suspicious as hell. I mean, come on. And to me, the most suspicious thing in these 3 days is they never once went out to look for their daughter. That right there is so a red flag. I mean, come on.
Don't have to when you know where they're at, right, Kevin? Do you look for your wallet when you know it's in your back pants or your pocket of your pants?
No, and I'm going to say this right now, and this is what I really bothers me. They have been so cocky that, in my opinion, they know that she can't be found. That's why they don't even give a damn. That's why they never went to look for her, because you ain't going to find her in their world.
Nope. Thank you, Lone Wolf Spirit. Lone Wolf said Summer was already dressed at the swimming hole. She wasn't sitting on a pillow. She was dressed before Hunter was dropped off. Yeah, we know she was dressed before Hunter was dropped off, but she was sitting on the pillow. She was sitting on the pillow.
Yeah, she was they put her in her burial suit, in my opinion.
And then later the pillow got moved to the floorboard. I don't know if it's when her and Hunter were sitting by themselves for the hour that they were in the grocery store. I don't know, but there's something about that pillow. It could be nothing that really weirds me out. But I'm going to start shutting this down, guys. Thank you, new members. Much, much, much appreciated. Thank you for everyone for the super chats today. Hey, guys, if you want to join the Discord, go to the About tab on our channel. We will get you a link via email. And tomorrow, we will be talking about the first time we got to see Dawn.
Oh, God, that's when the shit show starts.
Father's Day. It didn't start then, though. He was a sympathetic character. That's why we're refreshing everybody's memory. It was actually...
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
He was a very sympathetic character to everybody at first. And then the shit show started.
Yeah, that's when he threw law enforcement, the searchers, everybody that was trying to help find their daughter, he threw under the bus. Yep. Everyone. How rude, it was just so revealing that that's when I really realized what kind of people these animals are.
Mm-hmm. Like dodging.
But anyway, thanks everybody.
Everybody under the bus eventually. Hey, we have some new people in here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that remind button. I don't know what goes on with the reminders and why YouTube, some people get them, some people don't. I have no idea, but I just love that we got to do this show today. It's not the last time we're going to do it because I think we need to stay up on what really went on.
Yeah.
Really
I can't wait till we talk about that first damn interview. That's what I can't wait to rip that up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I don't want to confuse anybody. The interview we're going to be talking about next is the actual first interview, and it's with Dawn only. Because we didn't hear from Candace.
On Father's Day?
Yeah. We didn't hear from Candace for a
Okay,
couple
yeah.
of weeks. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, send that to me, please.
Oh, I will. I will. Are you ready to pop some popcorn?
And thanks, everybody.
Yep, everyone, thanks
I
for
just
being
wanted
here.
to thank everybody.
You're going to need extra butter on your popcorn today, Kevin, when I send you this.
Oh, I know. I think I know which one it is, but because I've seen them all. But the thing of it is, it's good to go back and refresh because there's so much stuff that needs to be dissected, and it's like, I mean, there's just so much nonsense.
Oh, it's beyond nonsense, but you're exactly right. Hey, Kevin, thanks for everything you do for this channel. You've always, I mean, you care so much about summer, and just, guiding us through the facts. Not feelings, not talking about the facts.
Yeah, that's the only reason I even do this is it's not for sub. I mean, I have never it's nothing to do with that. This little girl needs to get justice, and I don't know if she's ever going to be found. I'm just being straight up honest. I have my doubts, but that's my opinion. But I do believe eventually justice will be served.
Awesome. I love it.
Yep.
See you guys all tomorrow. Have a great Tuesday. Thanks.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.